Hi everybody, I will explain in this tutorial how it works, the cursor in Blender. So if you start the application, you will see the cube and you can see there is a cursor in the middle of the scene, and in fact it's the origin of the world here, and it's the center, and the cursor is centered to the origin of the world. As you can see, the cursor is the small target that you can see here. You can move the target. For example, if you click on the cursor, I can move the cursor everywhere I want. Okay, if I want to reset and I want to go back to the center of the origin, I will press a Shift S, and S is snap. And after you see cursor to world origin, and you see it's in the middle. Okay. I will do that again. So Shift S, cursor to world origin. Okay. I will select the select tool to not to displace again the cursor. So after I move the I will go closer of the cube with the point, and you can see if you go to the X-ray, there is something orange, and it's the center of the object by default. So the origin of the object is the center of the object. What does it mean? I will move this cube on the X, so you on the Y, sorry, just you will understand. I will create another cube, so Shift A, Mesh, Cube, and you will see there is another point orange in the middle. Okay, if you do a rotation of this cube, you will see it will be on coming from the center of the cube. Okay, I want to change that. I want to do the rotation from one of the vertices of the cube. How I do that? Okay, we go to the edit mode. So tab, I select this vertex, for example, and I will move the cursor to this position. So Shift S, cursor to select it, and it's here. It's really important to have the cursor selected. Why? Because we change the origin point to the cursor. So in object, I have exit from the edit mode and I'm in object mode. With the object, I set the origin to 3D cursor. You see the origin point move to this location. Okay, and now if I do the rotation, it will be coming from the center of this vertex. So I do the rotation, you see it's totally different, and it's the way that I want. So for here we can move, for example, here, and it's okay. We can do the same for the other cube. So you have the origin point. So it means that you can move the pivot from another point. I will do that. We select this vertex, so I go to tab to edit mode, and after I press Shift S, cursor to select it, and after I'm exit from the edit mode, and I do object, set origin, and we go to origin to 3D cursor. Okay, if I do the rotation now, it's from this point. Okay, so it means if I add an object here, it will go, it's got its own or pivot point also. So it means that it's got its own origin also. Okay, if I take this cube, I take, for example, this edge, I press Shift S to put cursor to selected. I want to create an object here in this place. So I exit from the edit mode. I add an object. We will add, for example, the monkey. So Suzanne, and here she's coming here. So what you see, it's create not from the middle of the origin, but it will be created on the edge of the cube. So we can rotate and we can move like this, for example. Okay, so we have seen the basic for the origin, the point, and also the snap the selection to the point. So you will see better the difference now. Okay, if I go to the object mode, as I mentioned, you have the origin for each object and you have the cursor selected. It's for all the application. So if you want to move some point, you need first to put the cursor in the correct place and after to assign the origin to this place. I hope it will be more clear for you, and see you for our next tutorial. See you, bye.